This is Pinch Nerve, and this is an unofficial cast for the Zero Gravity League. We have two great teams coming on. We have Vicious on orange with Bapu, Mikey, Zuko, and Deciphered Omen, who's actually Matthew. And on the blue side is Ace with Kroger's, Jax, Spirit, and whoa, somebody's missing. Okay, maybe they're not readying up because we are short one player. How did I not notice that? Oh well. Well, guess we're not going to start. You're going to have to hear that whole intro once again once they get going here. Damn, sorry. Thank you, Pro Gamer, for letting me know that my audio is working. All right, we have Ryan now for Ace. Maybe now they'll ready up. What do you think? Vicious is ready. Okay, here we go. Once again, this is Pinch Nerve casting unofficial match of the Zero Gravity League. Vicious on orange, Bapu, Mikey, Zuko, and Matthew playing as Decipher Omen. On blue is Ace with Kroger's, Jax, Spirit, and Ryan. And here we go on the neutral joust out of the tubes. It is grabbed by Bapo. Bapo ducking down in that middle area, letting their whole team get in front of them. All kinds of options for the pass. Back and forth with Zuko and all the way across. Oh, but picked off by Jax. Tries to clear it out. Geometry gets in the way, however, and Zuko is going to recover it, backing it up a little bit. Reset back to Mikey. Mikey going forward to Matthew, and Matthew is looking for an option. Once again, Decipher Omen is Matthew. Matthew bringing it into the bubble, looking for a pass. Yes, over to Bapo for the first 2 points of the game. And in 30 seconds, it is Vicious with 2 and Ace with 0. And I am casting by myself tonight, so camera work sucks, and I do have to take breaks to breathe and drink. Out of the tubes, it is Ace, and Kroger's now with the disc off that initial joust. Kroger's bringing it forward, not going very far, going to reset it all the way back to Jax. Jax on Nest going left side now, once again to Kroger's. Kroger's finally getting it through that tunnel, all the way to Spirit, hanging on the geometry, and across to Ryan. Ryan has to back it back up again over to Kroger's. Kroger's going forward to Spirit. Spirit looking for an option, slowing things down dramatically here, passing it up to Jax. Jax back down to Kroger's. Lots of passing. This is the way it's done. It's over to Jax. Ooh, they lose the disc, but Spirit is able to recover, getting back into that bubble just outside on the edge there, looking for an option, resetting it back to Jax. Jax going forward to Kroger's. Kroger's trying to take a shot and making the shot. Tying the game with 8:20 remaining. Narwhal, if Little O is playing on Ryan's account, we have all the data because I have the Echo replay files. I have all kinds of good stuff here. It is Decipher Omen going to Mikey. Mikey resetting it back to Matthew. Matthew over to Zuko. Zuko all the way across and up to Bapo, who resets it back to Mikey. And ooh, across, bouncing on the floor. It's a free-for-all. Chasing the disc. It is Matthew able to recover it. Matthew bringing it back. It's a pass down to Zuko, and Zuko still on their own side, sending it cross court over to Mikey. Mikey cross court again to Matthew. I'm not sure what Vicious is doing here. They're kind of toying with Ace. Or, you know, maybe Ace is just giving her a little pressure. I have seen these teams, and Vicious might just be feeling them out. That was a pass that did not go where intended. It's going to be stolen away by Ryan. Ryan across court to Jax. Jax sending it reset back to Kroger's. Kroger's bringing it forward on that floor, looking for a possible option. It's going to pass over to Jax. Jax on the floor now, looking around, and there's just a swarm of orange players, but that's all right. Pass to Kroger's, and oh, stolen away. It's going to go back and forth. It's a free-for-all going for that disc. Back and forth. Izuku is able to clear it out, left side tunnel, and it's going to go all the way. Here come the tunnels. Here come the players. First one there is going to overshoot. Kroger's is able to finally get it, though, getting harassed. Sends it right back over to Ryan. Ryan with their stack partner clears it right through mid, and here they come, going down there, but the boot's in the way and bouncing around. It's going to be finally Spirit able to grab that disc. Spirit resetting it all the way back to Kroger's. Kroger's up and across to Ryan. Ryan passing it over to Jax. Jax is not able to grab it. Finally, he's able to back up and grab it. Kroger's now with the disc coming across over to Jax and into the goal for 2 points. And Ace is up by 2. The score is 2-4 in favor of Ace with 6 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Hello, Pure Cosmos. Welcome to the stream. Out of the tubes, it is Vicious, and Matthew with the disc going right side to Mikey. Mikey resetting it back to Matthew, and Matthew up and across to Zuko. Ziku, whatever their name is, over to Bappo. Bappo coming into that bubble. There is a goalie there. It's going to go back and forth. Bappo, oh my God, Kroger's is able to steal that away, sends it right back out, going through that right side tunnel, and it's a pass. Nobody's there, but here come the swarm of players, finally grabbed by Kroger's once again. Kroger's over to Spirit resetting it all the way back to Ryan dancing around, but there's no pressure there. It's a pass over to Jax all the way down to Kroger's on the floor looking for a pass option, and it's going to go right back to Ryan bringing it forward slowly and inverted. Not a whole lot of pressure there. They're able to take their time. We're 5 minutes remaining. It's a pass up to Spirit over to Jax, and it's going to get stuck around behind the goal where Spirit is able to finally put it in, extending their lead to 4 points. It is Vicious 2, Ace 6 with 5 minutes remaining. And out of the tubes, it is Matthew with the disc. Matthew's going right side to Mikey. Mikey on the bottom there, sends it over and across to Zuko. Zuko on the ceiling there, sends it right back to Mikey. Mikey gets a little harassment, resets it back to Matthew. Matthew forward to Zuko or Zoku. And one of these days, I'm going to actually ask him how to pronounce his name. They're probably going to say, I don't know, whatever. All right, it's Matthew with the disc. Matthew bringing it back, not a hurry here. Back to Zuko. Zuko taking that 2-point shot, and it is now 4 points for Vicious, 6 for Ace, and we're about, 4 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. Zuko? Is that what it is? It's Zuko? Whatever. It is Ace with the disc. Spirit hanging onto it through that left tunnel, and it's a pass down to Ryan. Ryan resetting it back to Kroger's bringing it forward, faking a few passes, not actually doing it, however, and Spirit back to Ryan. Ryan from the back of the goal, 2 points. It is Vicious with 4. Ace doubling that with 8 points, and 3.5 minutes remaining. Zoko? Oh, hell, I don't know. Just give me a phonetic version. Out of the tubes, it is Matthew with the disc on the joust. Matthew gets stunned out, however, and it's going to, it's slapped back by Mikey. It's going to be a race. It's chasing down. Zuko's able to grab it, sends it forward, but no, Ryan is going to finally grab it, resets it back to Kroger's. Kroger's bringing it forward to Ryan. Ryan passing it all the way to Jax. Jax bringing it into the bottom of the bubble. Pass over to Spirit. Spirit takes a shot, 2 points, and Ace is now up by 6 points with 3 minutes remaining. That's interesting, Narwhal. Thank you, I think. I'm not sure. I don't even have my camera on. All right, out of the tubes, it is Vicious. Matthew with the disc going right side tunnel over to Mikey. Mikey resetting it right back to Matthew. Matthew just dancing around, not a whole lot of pressure there, able to pass it left side to Bappo. Bappo up to Zuko, whatever, and over to Mikey. Mikey bringing it into the bubble, cross over to Bappo, not able to make the goal, however, and Jax is going to clear it out, left side tunnel, and here come the stacks, but no! Matthew is there, stealing the disc away and bringing it right through. Not a whole lot of pressure. Oh, there's a little bit of pressure. It's going to be a pass up to Zuko. Zuko bouncing it off the ceiling to Mikey. Mikey bringing it down, looking for that option. There is somebody harassing at the goal. Doesn't matter. Mikey's going to take the shot. 2 points. It is 6 points for Vicious. 10 points for Ace. But we are down to less than 2 minutes remaining. What is your debate on this match so far? I'm not debating it. I'm just casting it. It's Jax with the disc on the offensive joust. Jax going right side to Ryan. Ryan bringing it forward, getting a lot of harassment there. Gonna pass it over to Kroger's. They don't seem to be in a big hurry, but it's stolen away by Zuko. 1.5 minutes remaining. Matthew with the disc in the center. Matthew passing it forward. It's not going anywhere, however. Who's gonna finally grab that? Back and forth. Mikey's able to grab it, takes a 3-point shot, and wow, Vicious is within 1 point of tying this game with plenty of time. Over 1 minute remaining with a 1 point, not a one score, but a 1 point game. And out of the tubes, it is going to be Jax going left side to Kroger's and over to Spirit on that left side now. Spirit is dancing around, pass all the way across, but it is Jax with the disc, tries to take a shot, beautiful save, however, knocking it clear of the goal. It's gonna go back and forth. Spirit is able to reset it back to Kroger's. Kroger's bringing it forward. There is 30 seconds remaining, 1 point difference. Pass over to Ryan. At this point, do they just play keep away, try to control that disc? 28 seconds remaining. It is Kroger's with the disc getting heavy harassment, and Bapu's able to steal it away, sends it into the blue bubble. Here comes everybody, and look at that. Matthew taking the shot, 2 points, and Vicious is up by 1 point. But there is technically still time. Well, okay, maybe not. It is gonna be, that's it. That's gonna be the end of the round. It's gonna be Vicious by 1 point. Wow. Well, thank you very much for welcoming me back. I do appreciate what the belly? I don't know. Kroger's, are you dumb? Sometimes he is. You know, it's hard. You know, you get in that arena, you have all that pressure. Sometimes you do something that from the outside looks really silly, but it made a whole lot of sense at the time. Look at this, 50% on assists. Possession time is pretty even, slightly favoring Ace. Shots taking, slightly favoring Ace. But you know what? When it comes down to it, it's the score that matters, and that's all that matters. All these stats don't mean a damn thing. It's the score. And right now, it is Vicious with the first round. But this is a 3-round game. This is best of 3. Ace can come back and win the next 2 rounds. We'll find out real shortly. I kind of get the impression somebody took a timeout and I just didn't notice. No, maybe not. Just a long pause. No, Breachers is not better. This is more fun. This is zero gravity. This is all there is. All right, neutral joust. Here they come. It's going to be grabbed by Bappo. Bappo bringing it into the blue zone with Mikey. Mikey back there. Not a whole lot of pressure, but resetting it back to Zuko. Whatever. Zuko passing it up to not sure who, but it's going to get slapped away, and Ryan is able to grab it, clears it out right side, and here comes the stack for Ace. Spirit with the disc, go for that 3-point shot. Not really making it. Bappo did Chicago that, it looks like, or brought it back into the goal. Kind of sucks. It sucks for both teams because Ace doesn't get the 3 points. It sucks for Bappo because, well, they just got scored against. All right, out of the tubes, it is going to be Matthew going right side all the way over to Mikey. Mikey up and over to Zuko. Zuko is going to try to pass it across, but it's going to get stolen away back and forth, however. Zuko is going to recover that disc. Back to Matthew. And Matthew all the way over to Mikey. Mikey's going to try to bring it into that bubble. It's going to be across to Bappo. Bappo over to Matthew, and in the goal. Beautifully executed passes, cross, and in. It is a tie game. It is 2-2 with 8 minutes and about 45 seconds remaining. All right, out of the tubes, it is Ace and Jax with the disc going right side to Kroger's. Kroger's sees a whole lot of harassment there. It's going to be a pass back to Kroger's, back and forth a little bit. Kroger's up top, going to reset once again to Jax. Jax looking for that option, trying to pull that defense, I do believe. Their whole team is on their same side there. Pass over to Kroger's. Kroger's getting a lot of harassment, has to reset it back to Jax once again. Jax going all the way down to Kroger's, and Kroger's able to pass it cross court to Ryan. And Ryan finally bringing this into the orange zone, passing it across to Spirit. Spirit across to Jax. Jax behind the goal, coming back around, and it's going to be a reset all the way back to, Bowtie gets in the way. Kroger's is able to grab it, however, and a pass to Ryan. Ryan going in, and that's it. Ryan puts it in off of Zuko. Doesn't matter, 2 points is 2 points, and Ace is in the lead. Hey, Pure Cosmos, please take it elsewhere, not here. All right, out of the tubes, it is Matthew. Matthew bringing it forward, pass to the right side over to Mikey. Mikey dancing around, and it's going to go cross court over to Zuko. Zuko passing it right back to Mikey. Mikey is resetting it back to Matthew. Matthew getting a bit of harassment, but weathering it quite well, backing out. Oh, didn't weather it well enough. Jackson's going to steal that disc and take a 3-point shot. It is Ace up by 5 points. The score is Vicious 2, Ace 7. All right, out of the tubes, it is Matthew with the disc on the nest. And if I have long pauses, it's because I'm looking at the Twitch chat, because we have a couple people in there who just are stirring shit, and I just need to make sure it doesn't get out of hand. Thank you, Pure Cosmos. It's going to be a pass over to Mikey. Mikey over to Zuko. Zuko bringing it into the bubble, taking the shot, but off the ding ring, right back out. Back to Matthew, however. Matthew passing it over to Mikey. Mikey taking that shot, but a beautiful save by Jax. Going to send it out left side. It does get all the way through the tube, and here comes the stack, or at least one player. It is Matthew able to get over there very quickly and sends that right back through the left side tunnel. And look at that. That was a shot by Bapu. It bounces off the shield, however, does not go in. It's going to be back over to Kroger's now. Ace recovering that disc. Kroger's backing up. I'm not sure what they're doing, waiting for their teammate to get through maybe. And pass cross court to Spirit. Spirit up to Ryan. Ryan inverting, floating around, looking for something. There are no one in front of them. It's going to get all the way reset to Kroger's. Kroger's way in the back. Their whole team is in front of them. Lots of options on that pass. Over to Ryan. Ryan backing it up here. We have 5.5 minutes remaining. Only a 5-point advantage. They are slowing things down considerably here. Just don't want to take too much of a risk slowing it down too much. It's going to be back to Spirit. Spirit resetting it back to Ryan once again. Ryan getting a little bit of harassment, passing over to Kroger's. Kroger's looking for something. The goal is kind of empty. There are people there. It is over to Spirit. Spirit to Jax, and in the goal. That was a long sequence there. A lot of passing, but it did result in 2 points and a 7-point advantage. Out of the tubes, it is Matthew going right side now over to Mikey. Mikey's going to reset it back to Matthew. Matthew getting a lot of harassment. Oh, and Ace is able to slap that disc free. It's going to be Ryan with the disc taking that long shot, but no, off the ding ring. No points there. Spirit is able to recover the disc, resets it back to Kroger's. Kroger's passing it up to Spirit. Spirit bringing it forward, looking for some option. Wow, the swarm of vicious players is incredible. They are moving all over the place and really doing a good job defending. However, the score is not reflecting that in this second round. It is Ryan with the disc getting harassed. Nice long pass over to Jax. Jax trying to bring it in, passes up Spirit. Spirit putting it in the back of the goal, and that's another 2 points for Ace. It is a 9-point advantage for Ace with just under 4 minutes remaining. Hey, programmer, your caps lock might be broken. Out of the tubes, it is Matthew with the disc going left side, bouncing it off the geometry, however. Oh, that really sucks. I've had that happen to me so many times. Spirit is going to steal it away, sends it across to Jax. Jax resetting it to Kroger's. Kroger's bringing it forward. Nice long pass up to Ryan. Ryan on the ceiling looking for something. Not seeing anything really open there. Getting a little bit of harassment. going backward and backward, and eventually you're going to have to get rid of that disc. You don't want to bring it all the way back into your bubble, quite obviously, but they are just getting really harassed. It's going to finally pass up to Jax. Jax over to Kroger's. Kroger's bringing it forward, looking not a shot, but a pass to Spirit, putting it back in the goal for another 2 points, an 11-point advantage at this point with just under 3 minutes remaining. All right, out of the tubes, it is Vicious. Matthew with the disc going right side over to Mikey. Mikey gets that disc stolen away. Wow, that was aggressive. Jax now with the disc. Jax gets stunned out, I believe. It's going to go back and forth. Finally, Ryan does end up with that disc. Ryan's going to reset it back to Kroger's. Kroger's passing it up and over to Spirit. Spirit over to Ryan, and Ryan's going to dance in front of the goal and not even take the shot. Doing a little spinning move there. That was kind of cute. Ryan is backing up a little bit now and looking for that pass, or maybe just an option there. It's a pass up to Kroger's. Kroger's bringing it down, and Kroger's gets stunned out. Here comes Vicious. Bappo with the disc, setting it right through the mid. The Stacks are going after it. Bappo is able to grab, but Spirit steals it away and clears it right back out. Kroger's does catch that clear, sends it, reset it back to Jax. Jax going right back to Kroger's, and Kroger's on that left side too, getting a whole lot of harassment. Bappo steals it away this time. Where is the disc? I've lost track of the disc. It's floating around. It is whose player? It's in that trap area, it looks like. Finally, Mikey is able to grab it, sends it right through the tunnel, but nobody there. Here come the players. There's like gangs of them all at once. It is Ryan now with the disc. Ryan backing it up. We have 1.5 minutes remaining with an 11-point advantage for Ace. Setting it right through the center, bouncing it off the shield. Who's there first? It is Zuko there first for Vicious. Vicious going right side. It's going to be grabbed by Matthew. However, Matthew sending it left side tunnel. Matthew looking for that half court. No, is looking for a pass. Sends it and not caught. Ryan is going to pick that off for Ace. Ryan to Kroger's. Kroger's setting it down to the floor and nobody there. I think at this time we're just killing time. It is Zuko with the disc. Zuko going cross court to nobody. Oh wait, yes, there wasn't Matthew there. Ooh, I didn't see. Matthew sending it across to Mikey. Mikey taking the shot, but no. Off the ding ring, 45 seconds remaining. It's going to be Bappo with the disc. Bappo and Vicious looking for something, but there is not enough time. Kroger's with the disc. Kroger's on that left side, going for the half court and making that beautiful half court for another 3 points and the nail in the coffin of round 2. Programmer, please stop spamming. Out of the tubes, it is Vicious, and just headbutting that disc forward. There's not a whole lot going on here. It is Spirit passing across to Jax. Jax taking that long shot, not making it. It's going to bounce off the ding, and that's it, folks. Round 2 is over. It is a 16, Vicious 2, and we are to 1 round. There's only 1 round left. The winner of that last round wins this match. I have to say, so far, this has been an impressive game. Bringing up the stats, it looks like, well, so far, Spirit with 8 points, Jax with 7. The assists all over the place, the saves, not a whole lot of saves for Ace, lots of saves recorded on Vicious, although anyone who's ever played this game knows that Echo doesn't really record saves all that accurately. At least my opinion, it never did. I would save all kinds of stuff and not get credit for it. I always hated that. All right, team stats. Look at the possession stats for Ace. 57% possession. Wow, lots more shots taken. Ace looking really good on the stats board for everything except for saves. Look at the steals. Oh, there's only 1 steal. Never mind. And the stuns. Well, it's all about Vicious for the stuns, but that's it. The first 2 rounds, they don't matter. It's all about right now. It's all about this last round. And here they come on the neutral joust out of the tubes. It's going to be Vicious and Bappo with the disc. Bappo's going to send it across to Matthew, over to Zuko. Zuko resetting it back to Bappo. Bappo taking a shot, but no, stolen away by Kroger's. Nice save and cleared out right side. Here comes the stacks. Ryan for ace does have that disc hiding behind Pac-Man and bringing it forward, looking, and that's a pass over to Kroger's. Kroger's dancing around, but stolen away by Zuko. Zuko clearing that out, trying to go left side tunnel, does not make it. The stack overshoots it. Who's going to grab it? It is Jax for ace. Jax over to nobody, and it's going to be a pass over to Ryan. Ryan taking the shot, 2 points, and the first 2 points of this third round go to ace. All right, here we go. It is a vicious offensive joust out of the tubes. It's going to be Matthew with the disc. Matthew's going to go right side over to Mikey. Mikey up and over to Zuko, and Zuko bringing it forward, waiting for that team to catch up. There is one player ahead, but he gets stunned out, and it's going to be a race. It is Bappo able to recover the disc, passing it down to Matthew. Matthew on the floor looking for something, but it gets stolen away by Ryan. Ryan's going to clear it out left side tunnel. Left side, yes, tunnel. And here they come. It is Matthew able to recover the disc inside of their own bubble, getting a whole lot of harassment, able to send it out, but Kroger's is going to pick it off for Ace. Ace bringing it in, and it looks like it was a shot. No, it was not. It was passed behind and stolen away by Matthew, clears it out left side tunnel. And here comes the stack for Matthew, or for Vicious. And Mikey is able to put it in the back of the goal. We have a tie game. B-Love, you are correct. The defense inside that bubble is really great for Vicious. It's going to be a pass over to Kroger's. Kroger's resetting it back to Jax. Jax just hanging out there, slowing things down. I've noticed this a few times where they would slow things down, and it goes one way or the other. This way, not to their advantage. Bappo was able to steal that away, passing over to Matthew, and Matthew's just going to cram it into the goal for another 2 points. It is Vicious up by 2. All right, here we go. Offensive joust for Ace. It's going to be Jax who's going to send that left side through the tunnel. It's going to be a free-floating disc, however. Matthew is going to steal it away. Matthew resetting it back to Zuko. Zuko going right side tunnel over to Mikey. Mikey is not getting a whole lot of harassment, but does send it back to Matthew. Matthew bringing it forward, looking for, I'm not sure what, trying to draw out that defense perhaps, over to Zuko. Zuko passing it over to Mikey. Mikey resetting it back to Matthew. They now have 2 defenders on Matthew. Matthew's going forward, bounces it off the geometry, however, and Spirit is able to recover, passing it over to Kroger's. Kroger's going forward all the way to Jax on that left side tunnel. The stack for Orange is getting back. Ace over to Ryan. Ryan bringing it across over to Jax. Jax loses the disc on a stun, however, and it's going to be picked up by Ryan for Ace. Ryan is able to back things up a bit. We have 6 minutes remaining, and Ace is down by 2 points right now. It is Ryan with the disc getting a bit of a harassment, doing a whole lot of dancing on that ceiling. I do believe it's a song about dancing on the ceiling. Anyway, it is Ryan passing it down to Kroger's. Kroger's going across, but it's not caught. It's free floating disc. It's a free-for-all, and who's going to race? It's going to be a whole lot of leeching, too. And it's finally going to be Kroger is able to grab that disc, sends it right back to the left side over to Ryan. Ryan gets stunned out, but that's all right. Spirit is there to grab it. Spirit over to Kroger's. Kroger's resetting it back to Jax. Jax is going forward over to Kroger's, and Kroger's on the floor to Ryan. Ryan bringing it up to Spirit, who puts it in the back of the goal, tying this game. And so far, it really looked like that Ace is playing this game of passing to somebody directly behind the goal, and that's where it's going in. I'm not sure if that's a weak spot for Vicious or if something's going on that just is making that work. It is offensive joust. Matthew with the disc. And going over to Mikey. Mikey up to Zuko. Zuko forward to Bappo. Bappo going all the way across to Mikey. Mikey bringing it forward. Nice pass over to Matthew. Matthew bringing it into the bubble. And oh, what defense! Knocking that disc clear and out of the bubble. Jax now with the disc going left side tunnel over to Ryan. Ryan looking for the half court off the backboard. Does not go in, however. And Mikey's going to steal it away for Vicious. Over to Matthew. Matthew getting a bit of harassment there, but able to pass it over to Zuko. Zuko going left side. Here comes the stacks for Ace. But who's going to grab that disc for us? It's going to get slapped right back out. I'm not sure which player that was. I did not catch their name, but Matthew for Vicious is able to recover it, passing it over to Bappo. 4:20 remaining. Mikey with the disc now on the floor. The stacks are just going all over the place. Matthew with the disc over to Zuko, taking the shot, 2 points, and now Vicious is up by 2. B-Love, you are the oldest person ever? Wow. All right, then. I don't have my camera on, do I? No, good. Whew. All right, Kroger's with the disc. Kroger's bringing it forward, getting a little bit of harassment, going left side, but Matthew steals it away, sends it right back through the center, and the stacks are forming. Here comes the stacks for Vicious. It is Bappo with the disc. No pressure there, and they're just toying with Ace. That's almost mean. That is almost mean. Thanks, Callan. I hear you squinting. Wow. I don't know if I should be insulted or not. It is Vicious up by 4 and an Ace offensive joust. Jax with the disc going left side to Kroger's. Kroger's bringing it forward. We only got 3 minutes remaining, and it's a 2-score game. Kroger's going cross court to Ryan. Ryan going forward to Jax. Jax slowly bringing it forward inside that bubble past the Spirit, and Spirit drops it in for 2 points. It is now only a 2-point game. So those watching, you'll notice I try to avoid using geometry names because some viewers might not be fluent with them, or they might use a different pattern. You know, like English folks will use a different pattern for the geo names. So I'll just say it bounces off the geo. There are certain geometries that I will always use, nest and nugget. And what a beautiful shot by Bappo. 3-point shot, extending their lead to 5 points with just over 2 minutes remaining. And out of the tubes, it is Ryan with the disc. Ryan going to the ceiling, looking for some kind of option here, and getting a whole lot of harassment. It is a Vicious attacking. And Spirit passing over to Kroger's. Kroger's getting harassment. I do believe they're slowing down a lot here. I'm not sure if they're just done playing. I'm not sure. It's Ryan trying to take a shot off the ding ring. Mikey steals it away for Vicious, clears it right side tunnel. And here comes the stack. It is Zuko for another 3-point shot. That's an 8-point advantage for Vicious. That is 3 scores with less than 90 seconds remaining. Calvin has a low 3-point pass. All right, out of the tubes, it is going to be Kroger's with the disc going through that right side tunnel, setting it left side. Matthew is able to recover it, resets it back to Zuko. 1 minute remaining in this game. It's a pass up to Mikey. Mikey going for the half-court shot, and wow, making that half-court shot. It is now an 11-point game with less than 1 minute remaining. Hello only. Out of the tubes, it is Jax with the disc. Jax is just going to hang on to it at nest. We have 30 seconds remaining. Jax is floating it forward. Not a whole lot of pressure here. Just kind of passes it over, gives it away to Bappo. Bappo's going to take another half-court, beautiful half-court 3-point shot. It is now 20 for Vicious, 6 for Ace. We will get one more neutral joust. or excuse me, offensive joust for Ace. Out of the tubes, it's going to be Kroger's with the disc right now, but thrown away by Mikey. Go for that half court. Might have made that half court, but the match ends. That is 2 rounds for Vicious, 1 for Ace. Congratulations, Vicious. Great game. I have been Pinch Nerve. I've been casting unofficially for the Zero Gravity League, and I hope everyone has a great night.